IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with essay writing. Did you know that the first ever use of the word essay was from Michel de Montaigne, the French philosopher? And he was famous for writing his initial thoughts down as essays. This is because the word essay actually means to try or to attempt something. His essays are basically his attempts at organizing his thoughts before sharing them with the world in a book or in any other way. Now, the creation, the amalgamation, and the explanation of that final product were what he used his essays for. Of course, this style of writing and thinking has existed for centuries in other cultures. For example, in Japan, zuihitsu is an essay style of writing. Now, of course, essays for most of us have been completely ruined by our schooling system, where the mere mention of the word essay fills my heart, and I know others, with dread. Write an essay on the sun, and then I would get 2 on 10. Negative marks for everything from spelling and grammar mistakes to not communicating my idea well. And it is this memory that most of us carry throughout our lives. This is because it is this memory that defines what an essay is to us. However, essays can be an amazing tool to have in your toolbox for life. We know that writing your thoughts down is a very important part of the self-help life. It is a critical tool to organize all those random thoughts that are running around in your head. And this is why I've done a number of podcasts and videos on journaling and free flow journaling, as this is a great way to get all that unfinished garbage that is running around in your head on paper. However, I've noticed that with most people, free flow journaling turns into a bitching session about life. Right from bitching about others to bitching about life, work, unfulfilled dreams and aspirations. And while these bitching sessions are fun and needed from time to time, the truth is that they do not help you evolve. One of my favorite quotes is, small minds discuss people, average minds discuss events, and great minds discuss ideas. Now, I'll say it once more to drive this point home. Small minds discuss people, average minds discuss events, and great minds discuss ideas. When it comes to journaling, we normally get stuck at discussing people and events. For example, why did that friend of mine call me stupid at that birthday party last week? In fact, that whole crowd at that party was stupid. God knows why I even went. Now, this would be something typically you would end up writing in a free flow journaling session. And this style of thinking and writing is great to empty your mind from all this junk, but it does not help you grow as a person. As your habit coach, I have one goal: to make you grow, and evolve into the most awesome version of yourself. For that, you need to practice discussing ideas and formulating your thoughts. Making essay writing a weekly habit is a great way to practice churning new ideas in your head. For example, you can write an essay on something that happened at work, or like that previous example at that party. But instead of writing about the people at the event or the event itself, describe the learning that you had. So you can write an essay on what it felt like to be called stupid, and then discuss the idea of what stupid really means. Is there any truth to you being stupid? And there are no rules to essay writing. The goal is to take loosely formulated thoughts and process them while you're writing them. When you do that, you might feel a life learning come across, an idea that holds true for you in life, or something that you can share with others. One last word of caution though: when writing an essay, don't write it in the first person. As in, don't write it as, I feel that we should not call people stupid because I did not like it when my friend called me stupid. This makes the whole essay about you instead of the idea. And when you're discussing yourself, you're still discussing a person. And remember that quote, small minds discuss people. So your super simple habit to become a great mind starts by making an essay writing a weekly practice, where you discuss an idea that you've learned or spent time thinking about throughout the week. An essay can be anything from 2 pages to 1 page, so it doesn't have to be long or difficult to write. And at the end of the essay, try and arrive at the conclusion that you want to share. Remember, no one is going to grade you or give you marks for this essay. There is no right, there is no wrong here. No worrying about spelling and grammar. Just discuss the idea that you have and put them down. Usually in a podcast, it's me who speaks to you and you who listens. But I've been seeing your comments and it's time. It's me listening to you. Following the overwhelming success of this podcast, the good folks at IVM Podcast Network have decided to come up with a Kannada adaptation of the show for those who prefer listening to it in that language. Do make sure you let your Kannada speaking friends know about this as well. Now, if you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am at Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. We have a brand new habit coaching online course, quizzes, videos, and a lot more on the website awesome180.com. So check it out now.
Hello, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On Shunya One, Sheeladitya asks co-founder and CEO of Hungerbox, Sandeepan Mitra, about his entrepreneurial journey. On Cyrus Says Cock and Bull, Cyrus, Nivedita, Ayushi and Abbas talk about the latest court ruling on sex work in India. On The Habit Coach, Ashdin shares 3 steps that will help you let go of your failures. On IVM Likes, Snehil, Abbas, Zalak and Nikhil talk about the kind of music they grew up with. And on Postcards from Nowhere, Utsav explores the trade cuisines of Kerala. We've got some exciting news for you. IVM Podcasts has just launched its merch and our first line is out now. Head to the IVM Podcasts website and click on the shop tab to check out our first collection of t-shirts. Do follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platform you're listening on. And you can also check us out on YouTube. We're also doing a small listener survey to better understand how you respond to our shows and advertising on the network. We would really appreciate it if you could spare a few minutes to fill it out. It helps us build better shows for you. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance, Jupiter, a digital banking app, Cap Gemini, get the future you want, Intel V Pro, built for business, and Intel, future banao wonderful, with Intel-powered laptops.
There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey.